Abigail the Whale. Wednesday was swimming day. Abigail left the change room and squirmed past the shower, trying to avoid the icy water. Then she counted her way to lane 7. Abigail always tried to be last in line because she knew that when she dived in, she would make an enormous wave, and everyone would shout, "Abigail is a whale!" Abigail hated diving. She also hated swimming. She hated all the strokes: front crawl, back stroke, breaststroke, butterfly. She felt like she caused a tsunami every time she moved. She was big, and all the other kids teased her, saying, "Abigail is a whale." When class was over, the swimming teacher talked to Abigail. "What's wrong, Abigail? Don't you like swimming? You're a good swimmer, you know." "No, I'm too big and heavy." "That's not true. That's just what you think." What was he talking about? "We are what we think," her teacher said. "If you want to swim well, you have to think light." Do you suppose birds or fish think they are too heavy? Of course not. So, if you want to feel light, think light. Try it. That's a funny idea, thought Abigail, but I'll try it. And in the shower, she closed her eyes and began to think water. Water, water, water. It was strange. Maybe it was just the shower, which for once was hot, but suddenly Abigail felt liquid, as if she were made of flowing water. By the time Abigail left the pool, it was already dark. Her house wasn't far, so she was allowed to walk home alone. But sometimes the dark made Abigail feel small and scared. Tonight, Abigail thought big. She thought giant. It worked. It was a brilliant idea. Later, in bed, Abigail thought of a hedgehog in its burrow, ready to sleep through the winter. Quick as a wink, she was deep asleep. All week, Abigail followed the swim teacher's instructions. She thought kangaroo. She thought statue. She thought rabbit. She thought of the shining sun, and it worked. She jumped high in gym class. She didn't feel the sting when she got a needle, and she ate all her carrots at lunch. And Elliot smiled at her for the first time ever. The following Wednesday, Abigail stepped out of the change room. She thought stones so she wouldn't feel the icy shower. Then, as usual, she walked to lane 7. Abigail got in line and waited for her turn to dive. Then she thought rocket and entered the water without a splash. Abigail thought light. Abigail thought sardine, eel, barracuda, shark, and then kayak, and then she swam the front crawl, surfboard, she swam the backstroke, submarine, she swam the breaststroke, speedboat, she swam the butterfly. Way to go, Abigail! All the kids in her class were watching. This time, no one shouted, "Abigail is a whale." But one of them, Betty, said, "You're such a good swimmer now. You should jump from the high diving board." Abigail knew that Betty didn't think she was brave enough to jump from such a high height. Abigail climbed up, up, up to the diving board. She looked at the water, and Abigail thought. She thought very hard. Whale. No, even better. Super whale! Ah! The end. Abigail the Whale, read by Miss Shortt.